All right, so before I get into the topic, I'm pretty excited that I wrote three basically songs yesterday. Um, Lyrics, poems. For me, typically, for me to write a poem or a song, I can write them relatively pretty quickly. However, I can only like do two to three, and then it just kind of get like stagnant. I kind of run out of ideas, and just kind of seems like there's not like really cleverness. So my writing style is pretty unique. It's it's pretty similar to Kurt Cobain's, and maybe people will be like, "Oh, you stole his the way he's." And basically what I do is I write some, you know, I have like an idea of a song or something, but like I'll put filler in there, kind of like either making fun, like trolling myself, trolling the song, trolling the situation. It's just to like, what is this in here for? Anyway, so like I've had AI write lyrics before, and the lyrics just like seem so generic. Sometimes it can come up with some good concepts, but when I'm listening to like my lyrics, when I compared to their lyrics, I'm like, dude, because sometimes they use like the same type of words, so there's been songs that I've had AI write, and it says it's like very similar words. Like it kept talking about shadows a lot, shadows, and it's just like, okay, that's enough. And it seems like when every single song has shadows in it, like it just sounds like weird. Um, but I think that AI is gonna get better at songwriting and writing poems and all that. Um, anyway, so like this kind of goes along with it, because I use AI to help me create music. Um, it's cool to see like some of my lyrics that I didn't actually make songs for, putting those into the AI music generator and seeing what it comes up with the prompt I put in there as well. Some of it's kind of crap, but I take out which is the better. Like if it doesn't, I just keep regenerating it. So if it doesn't sound like what I want it to sound like or something I think is cool, I'll just regenerate it again. Um, it's kind of interesting me creating my own music. Um, how I actually have played songs into my head for me to actually like some of the music. It's pretty cool, and like the experience of the lyrics I've wrote and how they make, like I've wrote music, I've put together songs, I've edited songs and put it together, and I've used my voice and stuff like that. And to sit here and see, like, I don't think it was that good of music I made. Enslaved ones, like pretty much a lot of the songs are pretty bad. Um, the whole concept of that was I wanted to make something out of myself just with an app, the phone, and a microphone, and show like you don't need to be like the greatest, kind of like the punk rock, like it can be kind of crappy, but somebody might like it, you know what I mean? But it didn't work out, and that's cool. But it's pretty crazy to feel like that connection when I'm listening to the songs, and that's something I actually felt before, like genuine. Like when people are listening to music, a lot of the connectivity is, especially with the lyrics, is they relate to the lyrics. So when you like write lyrics, poems, and then the AI creates way better music than I've created with the editing, or even like playing a real instrument. It's so cool to hear that, to listen to it, to feel connected with that. Like I said, I listen to like White Collar Excrement, like that listening to that song, I'm like addicted. Some of these songs I play on repeat, and it's cool because like I've made them, and I think that people very soon will just do it themselves because it's becoming really easy. It's really easy to distribute your own music, to get your music out there, to create music. You know, it doesn't take that much compared to like 30 years ago. Like how much effort it took to make music. I made so many albums and so many songs relatively quickly. Within like a month. And I have a book out there. It has all my songs and lyrics on Amazon Kindle. And at the end of the basically why I wrote it, because I wanted to put all of my albums out there, all the lyrics out there, and then like whatever left I didn't use for songs, like the lyrics I just put in there. And then to be using those lyrics, even like taking two different songs and putting them together and creating AI music out of it is just like phenomenal. Even like doing covers, making covers off of like actual songs I wrote. And the cool thing is too, instead of me having to edit videos or edit songs in the future, like right now, I can just generate some music, take the vocals out. I can listen to the song over and over again, and I can let them generate the melody, right? And then I can mimic that melody in the song, like put it on a different platform. And then I can create that song with my voice instead of having an AI voice. So like even creating melodies is like super easy nowadays. Like all of my albums right here, I created all the melodies myself. Not to say that they're great or anything, but like I did create the melodies. But it's easy just to have, even if you didn't even want to write the lyrics, like you can put into AI, write this lyric, boom, 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 it'll come out, and then you can just go ahead and edit it, throw it into some type of music generator. It comes out with the song. Maybe you don't really vibe with that song, put a different prompt in there to put whatever type of music you want. It'll pop it out, and then you can listen to it. You can listen to it over and over again to like, okay, that's cool. I like how they sounded. I'm gonna sing like that, and basically use the AI just to to do everything for you, and then you do the actual singing. So like all of these different jobs in the past where like different people would do these jobs to create music, it's you can do it all by like what I'm doing right now. Nobody's filming me. You can see me when I get up, like when I hit record, I come and sit down, I get back up and I turn it off. Like I do everything myself, and this is pretty much how I've done everything. I've done everything myself. And not to say that I'm not even successful, but like AI is making everything so easy. It's taking that you can just do everything yourself. Now, okay. There's this really cool conversation I was listening to. I don't even know the podcaster's name. He's pretty cool. He's like a British guy. And I'll see if I can link it. I'll link the podcast. It was absolutely amazing. I think it came out 11 hours ago. He was talking about AI. And it's crazy, like, the stuff he's talking about was some of the stuff that I've talked about in the past on here. And that's so cool to have these brilliant people that are like way more intelligent than me to be like on the same either wavelength. I'm in their sphere, in some type of sphere. Like I'm nowhere near like their intelligence. But AI can make us anything coming forward. You can be like the smartest, like you can take highly complex things and tell AI to dumb it down for you so you understand it. So you can take somebody's tweet that you don't understand, that somebody's talking crap. So like so I think a lot of people that are creating on Twitter, they probably, especially like the really famous people, really well known, I think that these people probably don't even write most of their tweets. They probably I'm not saying all, but I think that they go on AI, copy and paste whatever it put, and then just put it on there. I think that because I've done this a little bit with a different shadow sock puppet account where somebody says something and then I'll copy and paste what they said, I'll put it into AI, I'll be like, debate them, rebuttal them, and then it'll come and I'll say, make it sound complex under this many characters, so everyone can see, instead of having so it has to be under 280 characters. And it's just like you're not even like, I bet you a lot of us who are debating like these highly intelligent people, I'm not saying that there probably is a lot of highly intelligent people on Twitter, but you might be debating and arguing like with AI. They might take whatever you said, say rebut this. I'm not saying all, but I think that there are some that say rebut this, and the AI will come out something, they'll copy paste that and then reply to you. So you don't even know what's real. You don't even know, like you know how I'm authentic? Because of my mistakes, because of my grammar isn't perfect. You know how much hate I get that my grammar isn't perfect, how I come out with the misspelling. That's how you know that I wrote it. If everything is perfect, how do you know I wrote that? That's how you can tell if people are real, if they make mistakes. Because nobody's going to make, like, I don't care who you are, they're not going to sit, unless they're a big account and they're really like they only put out so much replies a day, you know, they might only put out posts or whatever if they're a big account, or they reply to people, and it just seems, I'm not saying that they're not, they might do it all, like they might be really highly intelligent, but you can see how using AI, I can compete with somebody with higher intelligence when it comes to book smarts and stuff like that, memorization. Like these people who say college this and that, I can compete with you with using AI. In fact, I can dominate you if I want to. And I'm sitting here just having a typing like this right here. This is different now. When AI gets like really, really good, and I can make my own AI, or somebody makes my AI, or AI makes my AI in the future, it can make the debates for me. So for me, I'm not that great of a debater. I might like freeze. Somebody will say something. I might not be like, I might not know like the intricate, like the. See my mistake right there. I didn't say the word properly. That's how you know that I'm an authentic creator. You know, right now that sounds weird, but in the future, when everything is perfect, when everybody says everything perfect on here, something like that, people are gonna want more authenticity. But anyway, okay, this is what I want to talk about. Here's what I want to talk about. In the future, we will need a social credit score for physical reality. I think that's 100%. We need to have a social credit score with a UBI. I don't know how soon, but if you're out here destroying stuff, if you're out here hurting other people in the physical realm, if you're out here taking more than you need, for instance, like you're in a video game, and you can eat anything. So like you're playing in a video game, and it's like being in real life. So you can the touch, the smell, the feel, you eat, the taste. So like everything is candy. You're going to a Candyland type of world, and you're just like, oh, that's cool. Eat it, eat it. Now, if we do that in the real world, it takes more effort for the robots and everything to create, and you're creating waste in the 3D realm. Now in the digital realm, it doesn't really matter. It's like whatever. But it takes energy. It takes it takes production to replace what. So if you're sitting here, I'm gonna take this, and you don't even need to. You don't. You're just like taking, and everything is going to be equal in the future at some point. The whole thing is getting to that point. There's going to be a lot of disruption. There's going to be the haves and the have-nots. The haves are going to have a comfortable life going into the transition, and after transition, we're in the transition. We're in the beginning stages of the transition right now. But I don't think that what I put on the internet should count against my social credit score how it does right now. And this is why. Because I think we're all going to have our AI assistants, right? If you look at, I remember even like maybe 7 years ago, seeing that Google had different filters of what you can search for, where it could be like, basically G-rated stuff, moderate, and then like completely explicit. So you can put whatever filter you want. So, when you're out in public, you don't want raunchy stuff showing up on your phone so somebody behind you can see it. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to be at work and then somebody like, you have explicit, you know what I mean? So that concept is going to be for your AI assistant. You're going to be able to have your AI assistant filter everything. Kind of like people who block people right now. Or it's kind of not so much block but mute. It's like watching TV. You don't like this show, you don't watch it. You basically don't turn it to that channel at that time. That's how it was in the past. Like you watched shows at different times. Well, your AI, you'll put in there. So, for instance, if I want my kid to go into this, let's say, what is that? The Oasis, right? And I want him or her, in the future, to come with me into the Oasis in this digital realm, and I want them to be protected. I don't want them to hear like certain things. I don't want them to see certain things. So the AI will filter all your AI, and there is some of that to a certain extent right now, but we'll have to use platforms, and that's a problem. The AI will be our platform. Our own individual AI will be our platforms. So like, so if you don't like to hear certain words out of people, you don't want to hear, great, I'm going to have this. You're going to hear someone go back and forth up there at this time. Anyway, so you're going to hear, like NPC, you're going to have your AI be like, I don't want to hear this. Or I just want to have a completely G-rated version for my kid. So like, my kid's 5. I want to take him out with us into the Oasis and have an experience in this different worlds. Having that experience in the digital realm without having like complete hands off, like completely unfiltered. For somebody like me who's a grown adult, who doesn't get offended, who doesn't mind seeing certain things, like I don't get offended. I'll probably have my AI just like unfiltered. But you'll be able to filter what you want. You'll have your AI, hey, filter all this. I know this sounds weird. Because we're going to be in the video game. Like this is where the jobs, I think, where people are going to have. I think that there's going to be I think this is where blockchain is going to help us. I think this is like, and I'm surprised that video games haven't caught on yet. I think Bitcoin and blockchain technology is going to help out tremendously in the digital realm. So whenever all of our physical labor is done by robots and we don't have to do the physical repetitive jobs anymore, for me, okay, people who think that AI isn't evolving very quickly, I don't make AI. I've interacted with it for like the last, I don't know, 7-ish years, whether it was Replika. Yeah, I wanted to test that out a little bit back in the day, the Replika, the AI girlfriend thing. And I wasn't too impressed, and I'm still really not that impressed nowadays. It's still kind of repetitive. It's evolved, it's gotten better, but it doesn't keep my attention. I get bored. So at some point, it might be 50, it might be 100, it might be 200 years from now, okay? Like it might be 200, it might be like a couple of lifetimes from now. Like at some point, unless we have like some type of like earth-changing experience, whether it's a pole shift or the aliens wipe us out, at some point people aren't going to have to work like they are now for money and resources and debt and somebody else's debt in the physical realm. But we can simulate this type of experience, status, hoarding wealth. We can do this in the digital realm. Now, you shouldn't if you don't want to live in this type of reality, like in a 15-minute city, you shouldn't have to. That's the thing, is like this stuff you shouldn't be forced to. But we need to get away from like wars and polluting our environment as much as we need to try to keep this world nice as we possibly can. And we cause a lot of pollution. Like, look at all the trash that we throw out. Look at the big landfills we have, So if AI in the future can just take our trash and then take all the molecules and atoms, throw them all apart and put them back together in something like a piece of food that we can eat. I know it sounds crazy, but if this is like science fiction right now, I get it. This could be like 1,000 years from now, okay? Like whatever. If you can, or a Black Mirror episode, if you could take the molecules away, put them back together, and it's in a different form, like a broken chair, you could put it in this device, it takes it all together and puts it back together into into another chair or better chair. Stuff like that, so we can eliminate waste. Feces, stuff like that. I mean, there's different things that if we can make this world beautiful, absolutely. And I like the concept of the towns, like the old structures. I think they're cool. But if we can, like, the landfills are gross. Nobody likes landfills. Oil, like all this stuff it takes to keep us going, like nuclear waste. Like, if we can not have waste in landfills in the future, that would be absolutely amazing. Now, I know this that's way out of, I know that's like crazy thinking, but back to what I'm saying about the digital realm is people are gonna be in digital realm, and it's probably not gonna be in my lifetime where I can feel like I am right now. Maybe this is maybe I think this is baseline reality. Maybe I'm in a simulation. If I'm in a simulation, I'm not really happy. This isn't a. I don't like doing jobs. I don't. I would rather do other things with my time. I would rather. I don't like how my body is getting aches. I don't like how my knee hurts. I never had this type of problem before. I'd like to be more athletic like I was when I was younger. But I'm getting old now. So I don't like being poor. I don't like having to worry about money, worrying about security. I don't like that crap. I don't like this reality. And so if this is a simulation, this is an absolutely horrible simulation, which I find extremely boring. I find being in reality extremely boring. So if I am in a simulation, I want it to give it more fun. It'd be cool if it was more fun. If I can go to different places and explore different regions of the world and different places and see different cultures and not have to worry about hoarding my resources so I can like have some food tomorrow or something. You know what I mean? Or having a roof over my head and worry about that. I don't care about power, control. I just want to live a decent life, man, and connect with other humans that I feel like I connect with. I don't feel like I can ever really connect with people in where I've lived in the past. It's really hard for me to connect with them. So if I meet somebody, this is why I've always like done internet dating, and I've done really well at that. Is like, I know they're single, I know they're available. Usually everybody in my vicinity is not available, or they're not attracted to me. But like the online dating, like if they're reciprocating, and I understand online dating is crap now, but it's crap because of the way that they have it structured. There really isn't anything that's like back in the day, Plenty of Fish. That was actually a pretty good dating app, and now it's like I don't know what it's morphed into. It's just crap. It was a free app, and you had a bio, and you could look at their bio, and honestly, the MySpace. If somebody wanted to create a cool dating app, like just buy MySpace and use what they had. That was such a cool feature when I have my little profile. I can create it as whatever I wanted, which is crazy, like all the social media we have nowadays. And I really can't create anything with the background. I can't put in like a music. So as soon as you click on my profile, a song pops up. That was such a cool thing from back in the day that we don't have anymore. So you can see my creative side. You can see my interests. Just by the background, let me decorate. Let me decorate my home. This is supposed, I want my own platform that I can maintain, whether I have to pay for it myself or whatever. That's not going to get banned unless I break the laws for the government. But I want to be able to just have this space. Like the MySpace thing was so cool because you could put what you wanted in there. You could put their height, what you wanted, like around there. You can put how many miles away. You know, when I've even to this day, I've gone on to Facebook dating and seeing like what it's become, and still you say I only want like 5 miles. Strongly suggest, and it still gives you people like hundreds of miles away for whatever reason. I don't know why. And dude, I was just living in a pretty populated area. So like a few months ago, you know, and it was like, why are you giving me this person that's like 200 miles away when I just said I won't only want people like 15 miles away? So if MySpace was really good with that, you could put whatever like race you want, you can put like all that different stuff. We need what we need is like an AI to search for us. We'll go out there and search everybody else's. Like, I go on to like AI. AI asks me these questions, all these personal questions, blah blah blah, what you like, blah 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 blah, and then sorry, I'm thinking. And then you sit here and you answer the questions. It puts it in its database. It remembers it, and then it goes out and seeks somebody that can wherever on the world, wherever. So instead of being limited to just people around me that are basically strangers anyway, AI is gonna go find the most compatible person anywhere on this planet. The most compatible person for me on this, it could be somebody in China for all I know. And then in the future, it's going to be easier to move around and go different places. So I'll actually have a chance to meet this person, and maybe like I'll be able to connect with this person and share a life with this person. You know what I mean? And live a life with that person. Look at the way we've done things right now, and it's one thing why we've been doing things, but things have been changing. But it's weird to see like technology like 20 years ago, like MySpace, to see video games like 20 years ago that are really in depth. Like for me, playing like NFL 2K 05 or whatever, to playing Madden nowadays, and it's just so diluted from what it used to be. Yeah, the graphics are better, but it was such a more in-depth game that was more intriguing for me, because I like the career mode or whatever. The whole dynasty where you make your own team and everything like that, and how it has like the visuals is off the charts. Yes, there's glitches, you know, like the Mooney channel. Ryan Mooney or whatever always complains about like, oh, this glitch. Like, okay, when you're playing video game, you're gonna see glitches. Like, it's just gonna happen. Like, as long as there's not a lot. The big thing when I'm playing a video game is there a lot of freezes, but you know, you're gonna have a glitch here and there. And to see the same thing with dating sites, to see how like they've pretty much made them so they're unusable at this point. Not only for like because, you know, men and women don't like each other anymore, but because of the use, how you use them. It's so like, it's almost like that's how it should have been created way back then. It's such a like the whole swiping. It's just it reminds me of Hot or Not. I don't know if anyone remembers this thing, but the Hot or Not was actually a pretty cool thing. I liked it a little bit, and I think the reason why I liked it because I was like, my average was like a 7.5 back in the day, where you can rate people how they look, and then they rate you. Just random people. You don't even know who rated you. So like, we've reverted back to that, and it's less about like what you like, what your interests are. You know what I mean? Like what, how you want to live your life. It's just, I don't like how this person looks. Swipe. You know what I mean? It's so superficial. And it's so, it lacks so much depth with all. I don't know how Hinge is. I'm not paying for that shit. I'm not paying for dating sites, man. I think that's the dumbest thing. I think like they can use advertisements. I'm fine using advertisements. Like dating sites, it seems like they want to keep you on it so they keep making money. Well, the whole goal to date is to find somebody that you can share a life with. Like that's the goal. What else is the goal? Just to sleep around? I mean, if that's the goal, if that's your goal, then that's your goal. Whatever. Like, I just think it's, instead of like for me trying to fan my ego with these red pill content creators, like, oh, you have to fill out all this different like stats, all these stats. You got to get all these stats up so you can attract this woman. So basically, you put in all this work. So it's like, dude, I can just make some money and just buy a prostitute. I mean, that's what you're basically. You're just using a woman for sex. I mean, but you're screwing over her emotions. Like you're screwing. You don't really have an interest. You don't take it serious. And that's the problem I got with these red pill content creators, and they'll call me beta simp. But you know what? I'll fight any of you guys on a MMA match. We can schedule an MMA match, a boxing match. A lot of these people sit here like Rollo Tomasi. You know, they say masculine, but they talk crap about people like gossiping. Like I'm gossiping right now, talking about them, but I'll talk to them right to their face. I'll tell them right, and that's why he blocked me. They won't fight me. They don't fight. Like they talk about like the martial arts, get into martial arts. Like, come on, dude. Like I want some. Let's go. Like let's film it though. I want it filmed. So even if they beat my ass, it doesn't matter. I want it filmed. And I think it's possible that in the near future something like that might happen for me if I keep antagonizing the right people on Twitter. So like I want to say, like on Twitter, if you see me, especially for AI, if AI sees like my videos in the future and it goes through everything and like, and it's kind of like, what type of person is this? They're kind of rude and brash on Twitter. The reason why I do that is because some people I like to offend because they cry too much about it. But I want it to be bold. If you see like, if somebody like actually responds as a prominent figure, because I always punch up. Like I don't really ever punch down. I guess I was punching down the other day on TikTok when because like I just put the TikTok up before this video, and I see like all these girls doing the same thing. Like that's exactly what they're doing. They put on some music and they don't know what they're doing, and they just make a video of themselves, like, and then they just show their ass and put their leg up. Basically, and they think they're so creative, and it's like, you obviously don't know what you're doing. You're obviously a follower, and just because you tat yourself up and put a piercing in, you're not different. Like you have a uniform on. You're a poser. But they're getting their asses kissed so much by guys. I don't really feel like I'm punching down at them. I feel like I'm punching up at them because like they're always getting this. You know what's so weird about this too is like we're all about equality, but how comes I can't be brutally honest about women on my channel without getting hit with something? You know what I mean? I can't be brutally honest because it's hate speech. Like I'm just trying to spit the truth. But yeah, I would don't be shocked if you see me like in a MMA fight or a boxing match in a few years on the internet against one of these other I kind of feel like that's what's happening. Like right now, I'm thinking about investing in a a punching bag. I'm looking at the speed bag. The speed bag is like $70, and the punching bag is like the heavy bag, which I want. I just want both, but because I like to do both, but the speed bag is $70. They're usually like over 100, but the heavy bag, I can get a heavy bag for like, I don't know, $40, $30, and then I could just fill it with old clothes or something like that. So don't be shocked if you see me in physical combat, like in a UFC type. I'm not saying I'm gonna be on UFC. I'm saying like a type. Like, I've said this before. Somebody should make some type of a show, whether it's a YouTube show or whatever, to pay people to combat each other in real life. Like, there should already be like some type of video game combat on like a Twitter. So if I'm fighting somebody, it shouldn't just be with words. It should be like, okay, let's go in this game, like a Mortal Kombat game, and then like we can bet, and then other people can bet if they want to watch it. And this hasn't been made yet. Like, here's some ideas. If, like, you know, the 2 people watch, or on like 10 people, here's an idea. If you can create something, I don't have the time. I don't have I have ADHD, so I can't just stick to one thing. I don't have the knowledge. But if you can create something like that, like a video game. Like I said, I can't believe they haven't created some type of like a Mortal Kombat game that we can fight each other for cash and prizes. And in fact, the more prominent figure you are, like, here comes some sponsors sponsoring the event, because it's going to bring eyes. Like, if it's, for instance, if you're on Twitter or whatever platform, and you see 2 people going at it, because Twitter is like it's a battle of words. It's so much of a battle of words on there. And they're like, fine, let's see what you got in the video game realm. Let's see what you got on Mortal Kombat. My avatar versus your avatar. And you can just, you can have the basic skill set on both sides like you would like Mortal Kombat. Something like that. Street Fighter, whatever. I don't care. Where people might want to watch that contest. They might want to watch it live. They might want to watch it later. That's and I've said this idea before. This is an idea I had, and you will see this out there one day. I don't know why it's not out there right now, but one day something like this will happen. But somebody that has money, that has resources, will take somebody like me that I'm talking trash to somebody, and they want to have like a physical conflict with me. It's like, we're not going to do it in the streets. You're not going to come to my house. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to do it with a referee, where if you beat me up, knock me out, that's it. And this is going to be in a controlled environment, like an MMA. So like YouTube, please don't, I don't condone violence outside of like sporting combat, like a boxing match or this is what I'm saying. So like, maybe I say something to one of these red pill guys, and they finally like actually want to be a tough guy, and hey, that's me in the boxing ring. And you are seeing this to some extent. I think like what is it? It's maybe it's Logan Paul or something. I didn't really watch. There is that to a certain. I think that the Menace, Charleston White. I think that he just boxed somebody. So yeah, this is being created, but I think that's in the early stages, and I think that you'll see more of it going forward. And it's a way. So if that did happen with me, so if somebody with like 30,000 followers wanted to have a conflict with me, well, it could almost be like a new boxing league or a new UFC league where, maybe I beat them and then like it catches some eyes, right? And then I get more of a following. And then I'm talking crap to somebody else, kind of like Connor, but not like face to face. It's like the Twitter wars. And I can keep going up until maybe one day I'm fighting Logan Paul. You know what I mean? It's just like, I beat you. This is a prominent figure. Oh, because like what'll happen is somebody that has a lot of followers on a YouTube channel or a social media channel like Twitter or TikTok or whatever, their fans would love to see that. They would love to see, instead of them just blocking or like debate, like they're gonna have like a fight. Like I want to see what they can do, and I think that like you're gonna see more of that in the future. And the funny thing is you might actually make friends out of it. Like you might have a beef with somebody and then you actually, like the old days. So I don't know. Anyway, so like the big thing all I was trying to say is AI in the future, we'll have our own AI assistant and you'll be able to have that AI assistant filter whatever you want out. Whatever you're on a social media, whether you're in somebody's like creation of their world in the oasis, it'll filter what you don't want to see, what you don't want to hear, what you don't. I go up on Twitter or whatever if I'm still doing that, and I see somebody, like I don't have to see these people what they're saying. Like, how many people block me? So it's like, instead of having to block everybody to block me, I automatically already don't exist to them. They just don't even, you don't have to block people because the AI will just do it for you. It'll just mute and you won't have to see it. I don't know when that's coming, but at some point this is what I'm saying, because if we censor people other than like breaking laws, if we censor, it holds people's creativity back. Me having to walk on eggshells with YouTube, it holds back my creativity. And we need, going forward into the future, we need all the creativity we can get.